Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Benny, a true nerd, and welcome to Atom RPG. A truly fascinating little game, because this game is, in some way, a distant cousin of the Fallout franchise. Because imagine, if you will, a universe where Fallout, rather than going in the direction of 3 and New Vegas and 4 and 76, instead had decided to stay as a top-down, strategic, turn-based RPG. Doubled down on that front, loads of RPG elements, really detailed character build, lots of dice rolling going on in the background, that sort of thing. That's pretty much what Atom RPG is. It is extremely true to the spirit of Fallout 1 and 2. The only real changes being it looks a lot nicer because it uses modern 3D graphics, and they've cleaned up the UI a bit, because as amazing as the old Fallouts were, they were a little bit unintuitive when it came to figuring out how to actually play them. Atom RPG does that much, much better. So, yeah, very, very interesting one indeed. We have featured it on the channel before, back when it was originally just being shown to the public for the very first time. But a lot of time has passed since then, and this game is now out in full. So, let's nip back in and have a little look-see how it's ultimately shaped up. And first, of course, we need to set up a character, and that means defining our strength, endurance, dexterity, intellect, attention, personality, and luck, or SETI Apple for short. And of course, increasing certain stats leads to raised or lowered derived stats, so increasing strength, increases your carry capacity, increases your total health, in fact. Okay, would have thought that'd be an endurance, maybe that's more an endurance. So a single point of strength is worth 1 extra hit point, but a point of endurance is worth 2. Then, of course, you've got some skill points to invest as well, decide what you want to be good at, lots of little sub-skills down here. And, of course, then 2 distinctions down on the bottom right there. So, extremely specialist things if you want to build a specialist character, either for roleplay or just because you want to really double down on something in particular. And Black Belt sounds kind of fun. You were a martial arts enthusiast from early childhood. You never liked shooting. So I get melee weapons up, martial arts up, endurance up for free, +5 to dodge as well. But I'm guessing when it says, oh wow, it literally reduces. Okay, that's a massive fall off for guns. Throwing weapons still works though. You know what? Screw it. I think I'm into this. Because you see, I'm actually a secret agent working on behalf of the organisation Atom, so I've decided that I should be Agent Danger Kickface, and I should be specialising overwhelmingly in unarmed and melee, because screw it, I feel like it. Oh yeah, I think Agent Danger Kickface is 100% going to be a lone wolf. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, screw companions, we will instead have +2 attention, +5 to sequence, +10 to carry weight. That's very, very nice indeed, yes. And aside from being a black belt, I've got an idea, which is I should also be a diplomat. So once I've tried punching someone in the face, and it doesn't actually work out very well, it's fine, I can just say sorry, and they'll probably accept that. So that's a massive increase to personality to assist with my apologising, and a big boost to speechcraft. Causes a drop in strength, a drop in sequence, and a drop in combat skills. Ah! Most of my combat skills were already 1, so I've outwitted you, game. And strength actually has a very small effect on martial arts and melee weapons, so okay. What do I want to boost instead here? Probably if I'm getting up in people's faces, I'm going to be needing myself a fair amount of endurance, yes. Ah, but dexterity is accuracy in melee combat. That's probably good in that case, yes. And attention is accuracy in range combat. No, screw range combat, screw that business, I don't need any of that. Alright, here we go. So, I can punch hard. I can take a few bullets before I die. My dexterity means I'll actually hit people when I'm swinging at them. My intellect is okay for skill points. I've got literally 0 perception, so I'll miss things constantly. Spot on, but I'm charming enough to talk my way out of it afterwards. Beautiful. And then we just double down on martial arts, on melee weapons, and on speech, and also a little bit on throwing, though I'm not great at throwing, to be honest, but it's going to be fine. This is going to be marvellous. Ooh, final thing, I need to pick my own face, so this game is like, you know, deliberately a bit retro, so I'm going to go for the most 80s hair I can find. Well, it's partly obscured behind a scarf, but that'll flipping do. Danger Kickface, off we go! Alright, and I also need to pick my clothes kit. Hang on, is this a cute way of doing... No, difficulty's down here. Right, so what are clothes for? Is this literally just aesthetic, where I'm actually deciding, like, what clothing I want to be wearing at the beginning of the game. Okay, that's nice. A jacket made out of cloth, sturdy pants, easy to wear. Oh, yes. Yes, that's much better. Oh, but I'm not Agent Danger Kickface yet. Right now, I'm just Cadet Danger Kickface. Dear oh flipping dear. Apparently, I just slept in a bit too long. Right, so, hang on. What's my mission? And whatever, I've been kind of sleeping in. I'm not good in the mornings. Oh, and an extremely charming touch, because this game is deliberately retro in the old Fallout style, it's set in the terrifying post-nuclear apocalypse future of 2005. Fine, so this little area inside the base before you actually go on your mission is new. It wasn't actually in the version I played previously. There you just kind of started outside the first town, the equivalent of starting just outside Megaton, for example, in Fallout 3. So yeah, this is just basically a nice introductory training area, just to get you fully up to speed with what's going on here. But yeah, to be honest, it's all pretty simple. You click where you want to go, everything's flipping lovely. If you click on something, you can take all from it, so you just go around exploring, stealing, grabbing, etc. You've also got yourself a nice little crafting area over here if you want to, yeah, combine the stuff you've actually got to actually make stuff. Like, here we go. I can have my own shiv right now if that's what I want. So basically, yep, got myself a shiv, spot on, keep that. Though fascinatingly, when you craft, you've actually got a chance to craft. So, on this occasion, I tried to make a broken bottle by smashing a bottle with a brick. But the brick crumbled in my hands. Apparently Danger Kickface is just too strong for her own damn good. And in terms of odd actions and whatever, yeah, just basically select something you want to interact with, hold down the button, and we can either gain information, talk to him, or pickpocket him, which is what I've been told to do on this occasion. So I can basically just steal his gun. Beautiful. I also quite like how Atom does actually have a bit of a sense of humour. So I've just gone and spoken to the doctor, who obviously I would know, because this is the camp doctor at the camp where I've trained. And his immediate response is, let me guess, you'd like to ask me my name, rank, thoughts about Atom, and hear some rumours, even though you already know who I am. That's cute. It's good you remember the 4-step speaking with outsiders protocol so well that you even use it on your friends and colleagues. That's flipping spot on. Well done, game. And a little quest just to prove I know how to use items. So I need to heal this guy. So, set the medkit as one of my active items. Select someone to use it on. That's much better. Now I can finally get some rest. Job flipping done. I got 5 XP for that. Also, you know how I decided to specialise myself into using unarmed and melee and not guns? Yeah, this is one of those games that takes that sort of decision very, very seriously. So, I've got myself a gun here, and I'd like to shoot this target. My chance to hit is 0%. I cannot hit this target at this point. This is flipping. I think I hit over there. Yep, I actually saw the bullet hole there. And then I don't even know where I hit there. I just fired off into space. Right, so I've no idea how to actually use a gun. Ah, this is more like it. A sparring match. This is my cup of tea. Right, flipping here. Don't forget to grab one of the guns. To be honest, I'm not really a gun sort of a person. Just let me use my shiv. I'll just go and flip and shank him. It'll be marvellous. Alright, so, shiv. I can either, yeah, aimed or just stab. But first, I need to get over here and figure out what to do with this guy. So, let's actually just move over to him. That's sadly going to take, yeah, a few points just to do. So, alright, some action points burnt already. So I may as well go for 1 aim stab, so I've got 3 action points to do that and 3 action points remaining, exactly the same layout as old Fallout. So, this is a 99% chance to hit, and I get to choose what I'm actually trying to stab. So I've got a 50-50 shot of stabbing him in the eye with the shiv I just made in a training exercise. Flipping marvellous. Let's go for the head. And, oh, blimey heck, he's not dead. He's not dead, he's fine. But he's decided to walk away because I am not the sort of person you want to spar with. Because I did just craft my own knife, then stab him in the face with it. Okay, that works pretty nicely. I like my shiv. Oh, boxing ring. Now this is where we come into our own. Alright, aimed kick directly into his... Oh! 16 hit points of critical damage in the eye because I just kicked him in the eye. Best game, #1. Oh yeah, now he's down. We can just keep stamping on his eyeballs. Continue stamping on his eyeballs. I'm not sure if the fight's supposed to be over at this point because the game's saying my instructor is almost dead. But he's not telling me to stop the training exercise. Possibly because I've stamped on his face so much. But alright, screw it. I guess we keep going. The saddest thing of all, though, there's a giant tank over here, but there is no using the tank tutorial. Well, I am very disappointed.
And remember, your mission is to gather intelligence on the disappearance of Morozov and his troops. No heroics.
Oh, you do not send Agent Danger Kickface if you don't want heroics. Heroics is my middle name. It's actually Danger Heroics Kickface. So, track down General Morozov and find Bunker 317. And oh, I'm still wearing my comfy jeans and comfy trainers. Life is flipping good. Wait a second, what's that rustling sound? Ah! I'm guessing this is the reset to 0 button coming up right here by any chance. Oh yeah! And he's showing off his brass knuckles. Oh mate, if you want to go toe to toe with me, you have picked the wrong person to pick on in the wasteland, alright? Most definitely the wrong flipping person. So 5 people around me, and I need to beat the hell out of them. Well, if one character could potentially win this fight, it'd be Danger Kickface. So, let's flipping make this happen, quite frankly. Yeah, let's just show off my remarkable strength. That's gotta be a pass there. So the man focuses his gaze on you and warily moves from the campfire. It would seem, better than any words, your sheer muscles convince the bandit that simple intimidation is not enough here. He makes a quick gesture to his accomplices. Ah, the cutthroats are now coming in. Alright, bring it. Bring it, you flipping bastards. Who wants to go first? Get out the... Hang on. Where's my shiv? Uh-oh. I don't have anything on me. I think I've got myself, Yeah, there's an assault rifle right there, but no. No, no, no. That's not the Danger Kickface sort of a way. What I need to do is move over into a position where I can attack one of these guys where the smallest number can attack me back. But if I move, I won't actually have enough. Hang on, is that... That's 5. Okay, so at the bare minimum, I can try and punch their leader in the face. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've still got 4 action points. So, go over to kick, and then I can go for... Yeah, hang on, that would be a normal kick, not an aimed kick. So go back over to punch, make it an aimed punch, and make it flipping count. Alright, 50-50 chance, punch him in the eyeballs! I just missed! Oh, I feel like this is about to go very badly wrong for... Uh-oh. Right. Even though I've still got health, yeah, I've been knocked down. Fine, this was a meant-to-lose fight. But the mistake they've made is they've left me with my most powerful weapon of all. A boot on my flipping foot. And when I run into them again, I am going to take that boot and insert it up their arses. It's going to be marvellous. Aha! We're back at the beginning of the game. I remember this bit. So, now we're actually back in the area where the demo was set. Beautiful. So I'll kind of skim over this bit pretty quickly because, yeah, if you go and watch my first video, I've already covered this area in great detail. So, first up, the mission. I'm looking for Morozov and Bunker 317. And yeah, a squad of troops came through the village not long ago. Can't see if they were military though. They had some serious looking dudes, good weapons. Their attitude was militant. They were even wearing uniform of sorts. Serious guys, I'll tell you, real serious. Could be the guys who robbed me. Could be General Morozov. But then again, these guys were buying, resting. Seems like they were probably legit. If they were raiders just robbing people, they wouldn't have paid for water. So fine, we might have a lead on Morozov already. And they were heading towards ruins. Probably Bunker 317. Can you point me in the direction? Yep, takes the map, spot on, small black cross on one spot. Beautiful. So, priority number 1 here. I've got no weapons, and I quite liked that flipping shiv. So if I'd like to make myself another shiv, I'm going to be needing, yeah, some tape, something pointy, like some cutlery, or in fact, a spoon. A spoon would apparently be fine, and like a brick or a bit of concrete or something. So if I can just have some of them, that'd be just flipping fine. But I might also want to buy a weapon. Yeah, well, a weapon that's supposed to be a weapon, not just something I've made out of a spoon. Though admittedly, killing people with a spoon, that'd be kind of fun. Then I could literally gouge their eyes out with a rusty spoon, and that'd just be flipping spot on. But the barkeep seems to be the centre of town. Let's get some quests from him, get some money coming in, do some scavenging, get myself set up for the wider wastes here. And this guy first starts off with a hint. If I didn't speak to Jan in detail at the front gate, yeah, if I want to know about Morozov and his troops, speak to him about that. Now, how about any jobs? Not my thing, you better talk to my sister. I'm just an ordinary guy. I just want to sell some self-made beer or moonshine. Gotcha. I just asked the barkeep for some gossip and he just told me about a courier who got attacked by bandits in the desert, got his goods stolen and headshot clean through, but he survived even after being buried alive. I like you, game. Especially with the lovely twist ending that after he picked up a gun and went to go and find the guy who shot him, his corpse is probably lying in a ditch somewhere. What did he expect? A simple courier is no Rambo. How could one person take on a whole gang of violent criminals? Yeah, Atom RPG's got a more hardcore approach to being massively outnumbered. You get yourself stabbed. I'm gonna be honest, I may have got a bit drunk and fallen unconscious until morning, but that's absolutely fine because apparently that got me 32 XP, so I'm cool with it. And now we get into little bits of local questing just to start me off here. So, if I prove myself to this woman in the bar, she'll actually be willing to introduce me to the village head. He won't speak to me otherwise because I'm an unknown stranger. But I took all that speech and personality, so, oh, no, got a bit unlucky on the dice roll there. That's a shame because, yeah, I am actually quite charismatic as a character. I need to be for all the apologising I have to do due to all of the excessive kicking. Okay, so I've got the mushrooms that she asked for, brought them back, killed a couple of basic spiders, nothing major going on there while I was out in the waste, just basically stamping on some insects. But because I took a fair bit of personality, any chance I can get an extra reward out of you? No. Tragically not. But she will still introduce me to the villager's head. And I get a level up for that as well. Be flipping beautiful. Right, apparently I'm not quite good enough at speaking. So how about we actually, increase my speechcraft and barter immediately. There we go. Martial arts, melee weapons, and speechcraft all up. Beautiful, let's go. Alright, this guy wants me to take a little look-see at a water tower. Here it is, right next to his house. Okay, so can I try and use this? You turn the handle, the sink doesn't work, maybe you need to fix the pump first. Okay, that makes sense, yes. So, pump. Have a little look-see at this. Engine is not working, must be fixed. Okay. Can I repair that? You try to fix the engine, but to no avail. Now, is this like old Fallout where I can basically just attempt this over and over and eventually I might get a lucky dice roll? Yes. Yes, you can. Spot on. Always seemed a bit open to manipulation, that system, that, yeah, certain events you're allowed to just keep dice rolling over and over until you eventually get success, but okay. At this point, the engine should work. Engine has been started, 107 XP, and also I'll help myself to an empty bottle, and a different type of empty bottle. But now, could I actually fill those up? Yeah, I can drink the water myself, but you need a container. In fact, I do actually have an empty canteen and an empty bottle here as well. So, while I'm passing by, can I actually use that on sink? You quickly fill the container with comparatively clean water. Spot on there. And how about my canteen as well? And that is now a canteen of water too. So now I can use that on myself if I were to want to. What does that actually do, by the way? So I use the canteen. Use some of the canteen anyway. I'm not sure because I don't have a thirst meter. I've got a hunger meter, but no thirst meter. So I'm not quite 100% sure what that actually does. Still, probably for the best I've done that. That's some free XP. And old guy in this house wants me to just harvest his corn for him. And I shall very happily do that, because I'm assuming there's some form of reward to be got out of it. And I have no money to pay you. Maybe you should look around a bit more. Like, every individual bottle cap helps. Ooh, pushing him was very useful. He's just given me a flipping shotgun, which I don't need, but I bet I can sell that for money. Okay, time to get myself armed here. Need to have a brick or something. Right, I need a brick. Where am I going to get a brick from? Right, well, there's a trader right here. Excuse me, good sir, do you sell bricks by any chance? And go on, I did just invest in barter a bit. Nice, he's going to give me a discount because I'm so flipping charming. Here we go. So, I can sell the old hunting rifle because I couldn't hit anything with it even if I was trying to. So I can use that to buy myself, yeah, I'll be buying those 2 bricks. Still works for me. And I'll take a single can of... it was 80 for like all of them. Fine, I can probably take one more of them in that case. Yeah, in fact, could I just have... I might as well just have all of it. Yes, screw it. I'll actually have all of it in that case. Alright, cross your fingers and use your spoons. Oh, flip, I've got it. I've actually got a rusty spoon that I can stab people with. This is good news. This is excellently good news. And do I even need a broken bottle? Broken bottles are not actually that good. The shiv just seems a lot flipping better. Maybe I'll actually have a broken bottle as a backup. I think that's good enough, right? And nope, I've just dropped the bottle. Well flipping done me. So, okay. At least I do actually have a weapon now. This is good. A weapon and one fork. Can I actually use the fork as a weapon, by the way? And no, tragically, you can't stab someone with a fork. Alright, so I've done a bit more work for the village, though I've kind of skimmed over it because it's the exact same quest that I actually covered during my first video on Atom RPG. There's a really interesting little quest here, by the way, where, yeah, you're challenged by the head of the town to actually figure out who's a traitor and selling out the town to the bandits. But you can go and find the traitor and he says, hey, do you want to join my side instead? And yeah, it's all a little bit Good Springs versus the Powder Gang. It's very, very cool indeed. But I've just stabbed that guy, that's absolutely fine, and that means, with my new stabby thing, it's time to head out into the wayside, say. Time to head out in fresh new directions and see if I can find my way to the bright lights and big city. Because yes, indeed, this game basically works exactly the same as old Fallout in its overworld and actual location thing. So while I'm inside a location, I think time is frozen unless it passes because of a special event like me drinking too much and falling unconscious. But time passes very, very fast indeed while I'm in the overworld. And this isn't the actual overworld, it's like a map representing the overworld. So I can just basically wander around, I'll run into certain random events that could just be enemies, could be characters, could be mini-quests. And if I find something that looks interesting, I can just basically go over to it. And you can see time ticking along very quickly there. So I think, yeah, right now it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, approaching 2 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to reach these guys just after 2 p.m. in fact. So now, I've got myself something in the way. So, hello, who are you guys and what do you fancy? Okay, so this is just a little guard outpost. So, merchants from the local region have just paid these guys to set up shop on the road just to make sure bandits can't move around too easily. Fair enough. And of course, this being old school Fallout, you can try and barter with literally everyone. So you may as well see if anyone's got something that might be of use to you. So if you happen to need some diesel, that's the first time I've seen it in the entire game, this guy would sell it to you for 53 rubles. And as I'm heading out into the waste, one of the guys does actually have some nice salted meat. Raw meat is probably a better idea. I'll take all 4 of those for 79 rubles. Abso-flipping-lutely if you'll just sell me that. Trade that, because then I can cook that myself. And this guy will sell me a broken bottle for 2 rubles. I'll take that because I could do with a backup weapon. So go on then. I'll take that as well. This here has been a good deal all round. Alright, zoom out here and have a little look-see around, because of course some things have been marked on my map already. Jan at the town showed me where Bunker 317 is, though I believe that was what I went and visited in my first video, so let's actually pass over that and instead see what else have we got floating around here that might be of interest. Ah, here we go, I can use the map function on my definitely not a Pip-Boy. So if I just go south from the village that I just entered here, there's going to be an abandoned factory. That's where the raiders live. So I visited that in my last video. So forget that. Let's instead actually head straight down to Krasnoznamenny. Go and visit the big city itself, because there's a spy working for Atom as a barkeep in that city that was mentioned to me at the beginning. So I can go and get a bit more information before we just head straight over to the bunker. Though there's nothing to stop me just walking over there immediately. So, past my little starting village, but don't worry about that. At some point, night will set in, and I'll start getting hungry. But that's fine, and oh, trading caravan. Here we go, so just a random event. I see no reason not to, and that actually brings me into a small event on the actual 3D map where I can just say hello to these guys, see what they've got. And understandably, a trading caravan has a lot more to trade than just random people I'm offering to barter with. Okay, what have we got here? Some salted fish. For only 10 rubles, I'll be taking some of that, sure. And if I buy this flat cap off him, that's +3 to speechcraft. Meanwhile, a camping hat is +3 to survival. Go on then, let's have a nice hat. So, shove that hat on my head. I'm now wearing the hat, and now I'm a little bit better at speaking if that's what comes up. Now, slightly more concerning event, however. I've been ambushed by members of a murderous Doomsday cult. So, I could attack them back, or I could try and escape or talk my way out of it. Now, obviously, my percentage there is based on my skills, but apparently this is quite hard to talk my way out of. I may as well give it a go, and that did not work. Right, time to do a bit of stabbing in that case. And how many of them are there? And how well armed are they? Oh, this is good. They've decided to run straight at me, and you've got a shield, and that appears to be slowing you down. Right, have you got yourself a... What are you hitting? Are you trying to hit me with a brick? Okay, I feel like I am better armed than these people. Now, this actually works for me. Because, yeah, if I just stab, that's 2 action points. An aimed blow is 3. So I can actually move over towards you, moving away from you, and slightly away from you. And then I could just get in a couple of aimed shots straight away. Let's go for the head here. And that is 4 hit points damage. That's only slightly injured. I should probably take the risk and go for the eye and go for the big critical if I can. Okay, he goes for me and is doing 3 straight back again. You hit me with a brick but missed, and that guy is going to slowly run over to me. Okay, I don't think that person's going to make it to me next turn, so I could move slightly, but it's probably more important I try and just stab you. So I need to take the gamble here and go 50-50. That was only 4 damage, because I'm trying to do criticals here, but my luck's not actually that high. So I'm probably best going to normal stabs, because then it's 99%, and I'm doing... Sorry, was that 8 hit points right there? Honestly, that's not that bad at all. So that's another dodge. You don't seem very good at this sort of thing. I've still got plenty of hit points, and he's not in a position to attack me yet. Okay, use 2 action points to step away. You are apparently okay for the time being. So stab for, yeah, 8. So I'm just rolling any damage between 1 and 9, so I've been a bit lucky so far. So that is now, uh-oh, the shiv just broke. Because, you know, it's a shiv. Okay, may as well go for a punch. You're injured right now. If I want to go into my inventory, how much does that use? Because I know I've got spare. Hang on. Inventory. I don't have enough action points for that. Fine. I think it might be 5. Okay, I may as well just do a punch because I can't afford to do a kick. And that does only 2 hit points, unfortunately. They've still got a brick. They're coming at me. You're stepping in. You're going to try and do a kick as well. Okay, so now I can actually spend my time getting out a weapon. That's a fork! I forgot to deset the fork. I've still got 24 hit points. Okay, and I do have... Well, I don't have a kick because... Okay, I may as well get out my other weapon here. So, what do I have? Yeah, I've got my spare shiv and I've got a bottle. So let's actually just get out a couple of weapons here. So that closes that right there. If I take 1 step away, I can still get 2 stabs in on you, and I'm slightly further away from this guy. So now I can just do 2 normal stabs. Almost... It broke immediately. That's such bad flipping luck. But, hopefully, the bottle is... the bottle requires 3. In which case, the best thing I can do is just step away. Because then, this person won't be able to attack me next turn, because they seem to have very few movement points. So, ooh, 10 in the head. I'm looking a bit on the dodgy side here. Okay, let's just go for a standard hit against you. You're dead at this point. Now, please don't break. Okay, I've learned the value of not using improvised weapons. They break very, very easily. You, however, seem to be not very good at attacking. Okay, go over to an aimed shot. I can get... No, bad call, because I can only get 3 aimed or swing. Okay, so I can get 2 stabs in if I go over for a stab. So that is slightly injured for 3 hit points. And again, he's now still slightly injured, but then he missed me because he's not very good at this sort of business. Keep going in for the stab. He's down on the ground now, except Cultist took 0 damage. Okay, let's go over to a nice aimed hit against you, please. And 90% in the eyes. Oh, I just glassed him in the eyes, but it did, like, flipping nothing for some reason. Okay, may as well just end my turn there in that case. And straight back to me. Keep glassing him in the eye. 4 hit points in the eye. Sooner or later, there's the critical. Good. Right, so you're... Oh, sorry, you're not dead yet. I kind of thought you were. My mistake. May as well just kind of keep stabbing you in that case. 1 hit point damage. Okay, job flipping done. Now, can I have your fabulous hats, please? I can have a tinfoil hat. Beautiful. Including, ooh, cheese. I've got some cheese. And, hang on, what does this do? This is a variant on brass knuckles. So, 5% stun chance, homemade weapon, damage 2 to 6, melee 3-4 in AP cost. That's honestly not that bad. And rope. Rope is valuable. Screw it. Take all of it. Okay, so right now I'm depending on, yeah, these knuckles and this broken bottle. The knuckles should probably be the primary weapon. Okay, I'd say it's time to do a little bit of camping. I need to prepare some food. So, it's getting towards night anyway. Set up a camp, please. And here we go. Now I've got myself a lovely camp. And at the camp I can warm up canned food that I've already purchased or roast my meat. So do a bit of cooking. That's also worth, yeah, a little bit of health back as well. Spot on. And in fact, by sheer coincidence, that cooking has just let me level up enough. Spot on. Now, what is it that helps me craft? Is it going to be tinkering? Yeah, let's get a little bit of that up. Just 30 will do the job there. And as for my melee weapons, yeah, let's just further increase that, please. And it has officially become night, and we got some trading caravans here. Well, that's a nice friendly one. I see no reason why not. Also, that's worth a thought. That shield I picked up, would I like to actually have that as something that I'm using? And yeah, if I've got that set, do I need to actually... Okay. Ah, that goes in a special slot up here. Fine. So that will lower my dexterity, but it will increase my damage resistance from a shield, damage threshold from a shield. Honestly, given you do get attacked by fairly weak attacks, just a single damage threshold, i.e. damage -1 flat, that's actually pretty good. Oh, and this is cute. You can also use them as fast travel if you want to. So for 50 rubles, they just transport me straight to the city. So if you were in a lot of trouble and didn't have enough healing items or whatever, might be a fun thing to do. But no. Let's actually look at your wares instead. See what I might be interested in. Hello. That's a knife. And it's a regular knife. And it doesn't appear to be suggesting that, you know, it has a chance of breaking. So 100% I'm buying one of those for only 71 rubles. Yes. And he's also selling a much better quality shield for 3 damage threshold. For only -1 dexterity, -1 strength. Yeah, go on. I'll be having that as well, actually. Damage range of 2 to 10. And also has, yeah, 3 different fire modes. So keep an eye on those. It could be very, very useful indeed. Oh, there we go. Cast iron shield. Brand new flipping knife. So there's a stab for 3 action points, or aimed, or a slash. Not sure what slash does, but I assume more damage. And here we go. We've stumbled across a random event out in the waste here. So there's just 3 people standing around a campfire. So these guys hired me to lead their car to Krasnoznamenny. Everything went well in the beginning. The driver drove. I pointed the way. We spent the night at old lady Zena's dilapidated gas station. Quite the woman, you know. She has a funny dog named Toby. But with the morning, the rain started, a downpour. Driver couldn't handle the vehicle, smashed into a tree. We plunged into the swamp, barely made it out alive. 1 more minute and we'd sink to the bottom along with the UAZ, just like the poor driver. Okay, so the driver's dead. These 2 guys were the passenger and you were the guide. And when we finally got out, we suddenly knew where we were, on the skinworm swamp. Skinworm's this critter, a mutant, crawls inside of people through their mouths and starts controlling their bodies. And it's so good at it, no one can tell the difference until it's too late. Until it leads you to some deserted place and starts eating your damn meat. So I ran from the swamp, but those 2, they didn't. Got lost or something. We regrouped only when we got out of the swamp. How do I know the skinworm didn't get them? How do I guide them to the city if they might strangle me as soon as I turn my back? Okay, how can I help you out with this? So, a real human has little to no difference with the person controlled by the mutant. They fully copy the original. They mix up some of the memories, forget names, details. That's it. Okay. So you want me to speak to the others and figure out whether there are any inconsistencies here. Gotcha. So this guy's Ivan, and he's Vlesvolod's bodyguard, who is the disco dancer looking guy over there. Which of those 2 guys is disco dancing? I'm not 100% sure. Fine. This guy is Ivan. tell me what's going on with you guys. So you go into Krasnoznamenny. Yep, that's true. These two guys and the driver. Yep, that stacks up as well. And then first day was good. He pointed the way. He's the guide. Boris drove fine like always. Him knowing his UAZ so good. Okay, the story stacks up so far. We spend the night at Old Lady Nadia's cabin. Okay, what happened to the gas station? She's crazy about cats. And the leather worm, not the skin worm. So that's all 100% wrong. Except he's describing the leather worm as exactly the same as the skin worm. Possessed person will start mixing up names, forgetting small events. So these two have a similar story but with the details wrong. So the third person will be able to confirm. So here's the disco looking guy. He was invited to the city. Stacks up so far. So went with the offer. Fine. Best outfit, sample of wares, hired a guide, best guard. And we know the guard's the one on the right, the guide's the one on the left. Absolutely fine. Boris on the wheel. Yep, named Boris is all absolutely fine as well. And then sitting in the warm car, looking at the trees pass by. When night came, we stayed at Old Lady Valia. Okay, didn't you just say Nadia a second ago, the other one? But he is saying house, not gas station. She's a good old gal, you know, lives alone with Petka, her cat, and doesn't fear anything. A real queen of her ruined... Oh, gas station. Okay, so he's saying gas station, but he's saying cat, not dog. So none of their stories perfectly sync up. So, I can make an observation to him. All three of you are okay, you just got scared and fooled by folktales. All three of you are saying different things. That's true. Let's actually just point that out. All three of you disagree. The man slowly turns his head towards you and looks you straight in the eye. In his glance, there's something new now, something you can't properly understand. Without saying a word, the man smiles and nods to you. Oh. Right, run if you're that afraid. Run while you can. Are all three of you infected? Hang on. Can we speak to you? What to do, what to do. No one can be trusted. You go, maybe I'll see you later. Okay, the way you just acted makes me think that... it might be this guy. I'm going to drop a save and try stabbing this guy because that was a very suspicious response. So, activate stabbing mode. Alright, he's now... oh, I've just missed him. Now, is everyone going to turn on me or agree that he deserves to be stabbed as well? Because I'm not sure, so I'm going to go over to a slash. And 2 hit points worth of damage. Okay, is everyone going to... he's going to try and punch me and kick me a bit. And the other guy is going to go for... who are you just going for? Are you going for... did you just blow up everybody? What did you just do? Hang the flip on here. I don't know if you're on my side right now because you're being marked as red. So this guy's gone bananas and has started shooting these guys. You're both dead at this point. Okay, if you're both dead, then I guess it has to be you. So, I've actually got... oh, I've only got 8 action points because the shield's reducing my AP. Okay, go for a double slash here. In fact, actually, go for the safer option. Go for a stab, more accurate. Okay, now, I'm not 100% sure if I did the right thing there. Can I check... yeah, this guy's corpse, see if there's anything super suspicious. Well, he's got some Radex on him, and some money. That's nice. Ah, the guy's got nothing on him at all. You, however, had a big gun. So I'll be having the hunting rifle off you, because that's quite valuable. We'll just sell that down the line. Right, well, on the plus side, I've definitely saved everyone from the skin and or leather worm. Or I've just murdered 3 innocent people who were freaking out over a folk story. One or the other. But the really important thing is I verified my knife's pretty damn sweet. Alright, 7 in the morning, bright new day, and I have reached the city. Now, I am curious. I kind of wanted to come to this place and have a little explore because I was actually one of the first and largest YouTubers to cover Atom RPG. And what the actual devs told me they'd done afterwards as a little thank you was they'd put up a little bit of graffiti in one of the cities that I actually asked them to add in. So I'm kind of curious if it's here, because I do actually seem to be in Graffiti Town right now. Oh, I found it. I've flippin' found it. So, Krasnoznamenny. I'm not actually in the city proper yet, because that is guarded and walled up. So I'm going to need to talk my way inside the city. But if we just actually head over to the right here, close by to all of these little farming buildings and whatnot, way over here, right by the corn, the Great Britain lives! So yeah, Fallout 3 Kill Everything has actually got a little bit of a reference just scribbled on the side of this here shack, which is kind of nice. Hello, who lives here? Because you live in the best shack. Oh, no one lives here. Okay, well, I feel like I've got the right to ransack this place down, because I basically own this. Entrance to the city is 30 rubles. It's a fee. Okay. Any chance I can get a discount because I'm a charming individual? And no, he does not seem that particularly interested, except... Oh, hang on. You have Krasnov syndrome. No way I can't let a sick person into the city. Epidemic is the last thing we need. Okay, that's made up, and I can tell you that because I'm clever. And must be the FIFA talking, don't you worry, we'll figure out how to help you. Okay, interesting. It'd be good for you to get some help from the city hospital. I can't just let you in. And by any chance... Okay, you know what? I think this might just be a massive flipping scam. Let's just see if we can talk him down a bit here. And, okay, I feel like I've not got a good deal out of all the points I've put into personality and speech. Okay, what about barter? That has also not worked. So possibly I'm going to actually have to gather 1,000 rubles, which isn't actually that much, because, for example, I can just, like, sell that gun that I just stole off those guys. Yeah, this guy's got 100 rubles right here. I just picked up a gun for... Oh, wow! Okay, that hunting rifle I got off that guy that, yeah, just basically seemed to... Well, I'm not sure. I think possibly he threw a grenade as well. I'm not 100% clear on that. That's worth 1,500 rubles. Right! I just need to find somebody with enough flipping money to actually buy this, and then we're in good shape. Okay, does anyone feel like being a shop? Ah, not only are you potentially a shop, you're Fidel. You are my contact. So, say the secret password. Beautiful. Ah, and Fidel's going to be my first companion. Gotcha. Well, you know what? Why not? He can come with me then. Oh, wait a second, I'm a lone wolf. No, sorry. Fidel, you actually have to naff off. Bye. Oh, I'm not sure how to dismiss him. Oh, that's a bit of an unfortunate thing. I'm being a very bad lone wolf right now. By any chance, by the way, do you have 1,000 caps on you? No, only 125. Yeah, the problem is gonna be... I need to actually find someone with enough money to sell that gun too. So, I've got goods valuable enough to get inside. I just don't actually have a way to fence them. Alright, Fidel... I've got a plan, alright? It's a very, very good plan. All we do is just stab this person in the head. Go! 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 Fidel, start stabbing him. Stop, I love this city and it's personal. That's very sweet of you to say. Stab him in the eyes! Uh-oh, I just missed. Okay, Fidel, up to you at this point. So, I feel like reinforcements are coming by the... Oh, bloody... I shouldn't have tried to stab him in the face. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think you get the point. This here is Atom RPG, and it hasn't changed a huge amount since the first time I've played it, but they have polished it up. There's that nice little tutorial bit at the front, which is very, very helpful, just to make sure everyone understands exactly where the game's going and coming from, because... it is based on a game that was not the most naturally intuitive to new players. You had to kind of know what you were doing going in. Mainly because the original Fallout came out in the era when you were expected to have a great big little kind of instruction booklet that came with games. And you were expected to read the thing or you'd have no bloody clue what was going on. Oh, those were good days. When the first thing you did when you got a good game, which you did by going to the shops and buying a box with a game in it, was read the instruction booklets. I'm feeling so nostalgic for that era of gaming all of a sudden. That'd be flipping marvellous. But yes, that there is Atom RPG. And I'll say, if you want the old school, hardcore, turn-based Fallout RPG skill-checky experience, this is the game for you. Alright? It does it very, very well indeed. If there's one thing I think it could do better, it could be a little bit more transparent as to what your actual chance to succeed is. Because, yeah, it kind of felt like even though I had invested in personality and speech, I wasn't actually doing that well in my speech checks. But I'm not sure whether I was just being extremely unlucky or whether you need to really hyper-invest into those skills to actually get decent results out of it. So, a bit more transparency on your percentage to actually succeed on the skill checks would be very, very welcome indeed. But other than that, I'm struggling for criticism. There's factions you can join or destroy. You can take multiple sides in quests. There are multiple different resolutions. If you just go around towns and cities speaking to people, they'll have little jobs for you that reward you with a bunch of XP. You can make your own weapons. You can buy your own weapons. Scavenging and then selling is actually a good source of money. And money actually has use in terms of buying stuff from passing traders and potentially passing big important things like, say, you know, passing the gateway to the strip as I just ran into in Krasnoznamenny. And I do really like, by the way, how there's a lot of compromises and trade-offs to be made. So, sure, that shield is good damage threshold, but it does hurt you in other ways. At the beginning of the game, when you're building a new character, there's a bunch of what we would call in Fallout traits, where it's good in some ways and bad in others. There's a lot here that I really, really flipping like. This comes very, very highly recommended. And this has now come out in its full version. I believe this was a few weeks. I don't remember exactly, but fairly recently. And yeah, comes very, very highly recommended by me. You might well see this again. This could be a fun series, actually. I might like start over on a higher difficulty and try and build a character properly. Because, yeah, this genuinely feels like a really damn solid, well put together game. Someone has tried to recreate old school Fallout in the modern era, and I think they've done a magnificently good job. So take that as high praise indeed. We may well see this again, I don't know. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been many a true nerd, and this has been the utterly excellent Atom RPG. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.